Hello, YouTube. Update time and a little tutorial. So I've cleaned up my build space a little bit, gotten rid of a lot of trash that's in the basement, things of that nature, and yeah, I'm still going to be building on a thing on the floor, but I've upgraded to a beautiful knitted bed topper. One's not draping down from the back to hide the ugly, but as you know is my way, the wash basin, the washer, the dryer, the gas furnace will all still remain. Because that's just me. That's just the way I roll, folks. But yeah, to dive into it, there's the egg. Lovely. Had to take a day off after finishing that because I was pretty burned out on building for a while. So that's why I tidied the place up, did some sorting, and yeah. Rest of this week, since it is a work week, I don't have as much time to build, but I do have some good updates. One is bringing in the ship body. So I'm going to have to carry this probably outside, but for size comparison, there's a big egg. This little puppy will go on the bottom of that, and then there's fins. So let's just take a moment and move everything up to where, let's go hands-free here and show you kind of what's going to happen here as we go forward. So the base of that, in order to be modular, needs a way to attach to this thing, which is all torn apart. So this used to be locked directly into the railroad track base. And since beefing it up, I've now replicated this thingy. So there's no railroad track running through it, but it uses the same type of structures, same overall pattern, but the reinforcements are all different to accommodate the fact there's no railroad track on the inside. And to keep everything circular and locked together for strength, I'm instead using this big bucket wheel excavator. At least that's where I got it. I bought a partial set off of an auction site, and someone had gutted a lot of the parts, but one of the bags with the large Technic gear ring was in it. And I've always wanted to figure out how to make that fit into a build, so here we are. I managed to get the stuff connected up relatively well. Yeah, doing some little mojo moves there, here and there, to get it all height adjusted and locked in place. The latest strength trick is if I turn this over, I'm not using the full T because it's a round, but if I lock it in from one side, I'm always sandwiching it now and doing a sandwich lock on the other side, so that there's no way this thing's gonna pop. Because I had been pinning things one side only and realized that everything starts to pop apart if you don't do a full-blown sandwich right through the core of whatever you're making that's going to wind up being a critical load-bearing point, which these guys are. So these are verticals. All of these verticals are where I can snap Technic lift arms, these big long beams, into those connectors over there. So that's how this is going to eventually sandwich in and lock. So I'll just be able to hopefully, take a bunch of lift arms off, and that's how this body will now be modular or separate. So this now is the union. Look at that. Yeah, same old things, same old tricks, just with a little extra flair. So this, now, if I come over here and look at the inside of this bad boy, this one you can see is pretty lightweight and skeletal. The rings down below, like this one, looks like it's going to be a good start. I'm probably going to try to do a lot of more cross-member junctions and sandwich techniques on that to build up each ring. And then the vertical risers here just kind of left alone. But the overall idea is, I can't even zoom that far back, to have this ring about that high so that this body becomes longer to accommodate the fact that I've added, I don't know, a lot of height from there to there that didn't exist before. So as the length of the top is increased, I don't want its weight and its visual size to dwarf the body anymore. So I'm going to have to continue pulling off all this extra flare that I was meddling with and lose it, and then somehow come back and beef up that ring, that one, that one, that one, and then the bottom one. I like the fins, but they're going to have to get 3D with buttresses or flying arches or something coming in from the side and reinforcing it up to what I think is going to be 5 thick. I need to really beef it up for those engines. So that the engines can now be modular, disconnect, and just the strength running through here has to be able to support a lot of weight from those engines, always wanting to twist. I'm not looking forward to that, but for right now, get a lot of height on this thing, a lot of height, a lot more height, and then hopefully it'll be proportional to the size of this big egg now. So kind of got a little transition going on where the egg is still here, but it's going to get in the way. Bringing the body inside. Now that I've created this junction ring, so I can start to attach that, and I'll be working on the spaceship body. And also, hey, there's some recent builds. Just figured I'd like to have something on top of the washer and dryer instead of all the detergent and baskets and stuff. So maybe things are looking a little bit cleaner around here. And of course, the bags. Always building from the bags, from the bins. But I also managed to clean up under here, so now I can tuck the stuff that I use the most when I build these kind of fantastic things. So they're right off to the side when I need them. Yeah. So there you go. That. Body structure ripped apart. Not looking great, but that's kind of how this all started. And going from there. I'll keep building if you keep watching. Who are we kidding? I'm going to keep building anyway. Play well.